Hi, folks. I'm not able to see your faces, but my name is Saksham. I work at Polygon, and it's been a long journey with Polygon. So I'm into the dev team where I'm been the one who has been in touch with Stars Lucas and managing the guilds program and the dev ecosystem there at Polygon. And today, uh, it's fine. We can keep it interactive and then have few questions at the end. But then I want to share the thoughts on ZKVM and Polygon 2.0 on major stuff, which is like I know most of you must be knowing it on a brief level, and then this is mostly on a beginner side. But then mo- idea is that we have everybody understand what's happening currently with Polygon on different chains. But okay, so let me just share my screen. Give me a second, and then okay. Just let me know if my screen is visible. Okay, I believe it should be visible now. Um, Lucas, is it visible? Is my screen visible? No, yeah, I think I'm able to see it. Okay. So first of all, welcome all of you being there on evening, and then it's too hot here, but hopefully it's not too there in Poland. But yeah, we can get started. So GM Poland, very great to be feel better to have been here. And then before start, I'll personally say like how's the environment is chanting like developers, 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 and then we are developers, builders, and then the ecosystem. And a little bit about me is like I've already introduced, but like I'm into like at Polygon as a developer and program manager, and then I have a community name as Hack the League, as well as being into the dev ecosystem from last 4 years. And then I think we can start the journey where Polygon started in 2018 in East India, and then now one of the largest ecosystem chains in Web3 ecosystem. But so the idea is like we have the POS there, which helped us started the game, and then now it's a ZK pivot, and then the 2.0. So I think we will discuss these three major points. And to share you the journey, how Polygon, I know this is like something way back in 2017 where Matic Foundation was being built by Sandeep, JD, and like the other folks. And then we had in 2020, which was the major era where you must be seeing all of the stuff happening with POS chain and the mainnet notch with some 100K plus dApps as of 2023. And then it's like one of the best thing. So now, like what happened in 21 is like the new vision came, new brand when we rebranded it from Matic to Polygon. You must be seeing Matic Mumbai and all everywhere if you've been deploying on Polygon. And then after that, in February 2022, we had fundraising from VC, Sequoia Capital, SoftBank, uh, and then after that, the journey changes. We had new use case, Polygon blockchain, so that we have a great partnership being done. We have then institutional support in this year, quarter 1, and then now the 2.0 vision. It's very important 2.0 because it's not something we will do in like just 3 months and then it's done. It's mostly a long 2 year, 3 year plan, which will be evaluated based on time to time. So that's all. So majorly, we can start with the three major layers where the POS is the game changer for the industry, like not even this Polygon. And then the idea is that just like yeah, so idea is like we founded in 2017, and then we had a Ethereum Polygon layer 2, so of course a mass adoption on Ethereum ecosystem, and then we had a POS, ZKNets, Maiden, ZKVM. So, like under the Polygon umbrella, we had different products which I'll share maybe later on in the 2.0 vision. But then mostly the idea was to lower down the average transaction cost, which was less than even like 10 cents. And then we had like fast operating system because the reason is like we had a limited number of transactions in Ethereum. So that was the idea. And you can see the numbers, basically the total addresses and like total transactions, which again it's not major, but then mostly to give you an idea. And where POS gives us a massive popularity. The reason why is it's easy, adoptable, and then it's pretty easy to simulate. And then of course the transaction cost. So ideally in the global ecosystem, everybody thinks to pay $37 for a transaction, but then when it was like a fraction of a dollar, people just used to do different things, and that leads to, of course, a lot of very great projects in Polygon ecosystem. And just to mention, like the POS achieve like prop a great transaction speed, and then the cost saving of transaction processing during decentralized network, like to proof of stake. So the idea was proof of stake validators network, and then it's on Ethereum decentralized security, like ensuring that you create the app on like through masses and the power of decentralization. So, like, here's a quick glimpse before I start and come to the major part, which is ZK. Is like how the PD team has been doing some great partnership with few of the great folks across the globe. So you must be seeing all the big brands: Nike, Disney, Starbucks, Utes, Salesforce, Flipkart. I don't know if you know Flipkart; it's an Indian brand, Swana, Google. So these all have been done mostly after 2021 to after the fundraising, and then we had these sandbox and all brands Aave. And just to mention few of the very bigger ones, which was like Starbucks had a reward customization customer on chain with 60 million plus rewards. And then we had the youths one. Most of you must be remembering like the youth, like they bridged over Polygon, and then having a new NFT fever. And then of course the Reddit one. Reddit is a great product for a fan, but yeah, like they've onboarded 11 plus million users to Web3, which is a very big number in the Web3 ecosystem where we don't see on the top of the layer, but then it's a very big contribution. So on the way to the top, with lot of tabs, and here are some of the remarkable points I would like to share, like with the numbers, and so that's all. I'll just quickly, will not take much of time and come up to the major part, which is so the backstory which I was telling you is like Polygon committed $1 billion towards the ZK technology. So what happened was these resulted in acquisition of few of the companies, which is Maiden, Hermes, and then Milk Protocol. And then Milk Protocol was founded by Brandon and then Daniel, which is like what highly scalable. The whatever you see is like because of these few acquisition, and then acquisition of Hermes, like you must be named Jordi, Anthony, and David Schwartz. So these are the first people across the ecosystem, like you're the first to complete the merger of one of the blockchain network into another. And then Maiden, of course, it's something you must have not heard, but then this would be a great um, product where nowadays they brought what the ZKVM compatibility, where it's again a very big discussion, but here we started, and then now I'll come to the major part, which is like why are we talking about ZKVM and all. So basically Polygon ZKVM is a ZK scaling solution which is equivalent to Ethereum virtual machine. So you can consider it's a similar experience to what you do on Ethereum, and it's like majority on existing smart contracts. If you're creating a developer tooling or a wallet, it works very easily, like very seamless, like how Ethereum works. And then so Polygon ZK, what that does it's used the power of ZK proofs to reduce the transaction cost and increase the throughput, which maintain the inheritability and then security of L1. Basically, what happened is that maybe in the later of diagrams, I'll give you an idea. We have Ethereum, and over that we have ZKVM. So it's mostly like it's a seamless experience on ZKVM, and then idea is like the just to mention like here it's like Polygon ZKVM scales Ethereum. It's not related to Polygon POS, so it's not over it's not connected to PH, it's directly through Polygon. ZKVM is directly related to ETH, and then it's not the US framework which we there. And then like what is the mainnet beta? So back in April, we like March 27th to be exact, we launched the mainnet beta very recently, and then what happened through that is that allows developers to deploy their dApps on mainnet beta chain. How this help is like it was help user to connect the mainnet in a permission, permissionless way to bridge the funds. So it's very I'll say the game changer for the industry. And then and why we had the mainnet feature, because it's already ready, but then it's still under few of the major stuff where we had potentially have some bugs and all, which is something it's not resolved, or and then it's like run over censorship. So that was the reason. But like when we say like we talk about ZKVM and all, it's I know these are from basic stuff we must be knowing and all, but like what are like ZK knowledge. So basically, ZK knowledge is like the proof to validate a statement without revealing the statement. It's most on the security part where we can communicate the state of transaction and then the context of blockchain on ZK EVM solutions, which can be in any EVM solution. And then the roll up is again a concept of ZK EVM, and it's a ZK technology. It's a product of ZK EVM, but then like roll up would you can consider that like a layer two scaling solution that increase throughput on Ethereum mainnet, which I mentioned before, by like moving the computation and state of layer. So if you just see the map, we have ETH and then we have aggregators, sequencers, and what's happening is in they bridge it to roll up and then directly to ETH. The POS thing is not there, and then we have the ZK VMK where we have it's a user bridge, and then again there's another user bridge, and then we like roll up it to the each layer one, and then some of the minimal data is sent to the Ethereum mainnet, not the all transaction and all. And if I say like what is ZK EVM rollup, so it's a type of ZK rollup that designed to have the same transaction execution environment as Ethereum. So there's if you just try to do, I'll maybe show you the faucet and all where you can directly have those stuff. Maybe tried um, at maybe later this weekend, but then like how the implementation of ZKVM differs is that the algorithm behind that is like the data availability strategy, and then the ZKVM also differs in the level of EVM equivalence, and then there are four major levels, which is like basically if you just see like we had the multiple transactions which will go to ZKVM, and then through bridge and validity proof it will go to Ethereum as a layer one. So how that's how it follows the way. And I'll say there are few benefits and then features, which is security. Of course, I've been telling in the whole presentation, because it follows CK proof, and then the inherited security of data availability, and of course the scalability. So when we say scalability, we can do n number of transactions per minute, per second, and then like it allowed apps to have scalability horizontally, and then maybe in the later stage when they become unlock higher performance. And cost, of course, it's a down cost for dApps for leading adoption and then equivalence. But there are few things on that. So majorly, I'll say the Web3 ecosystem. This is the major Web3 ecosystem. Like what we've been seeing it from last 2 3 years is just like the start of it, and then that's how it's been there. And ideally, it considers to be takes some of the time, like 7 to 30 minutes. It takes, but then it still is being optimized. So that's all. But then, sure, the industry use case you must be seeing it. So banking sector, which is like the Vostras I was talking, he's been in there. And then we had the gaming is a very big market, Southeast Asia. If we had the energy infrastructure, and then the healthcare. Healthcare, to be frank, is like the next booming thing which will come in the Web3 ecosystem. I'll not say Polygon, ZKVM, and then whatever we say on the DeFi supply chain on the backend analytics part, these are the major use case. And now coming like so basically maybe later on we can have some questions, but now when I talk about POS, I talk about GKVM. Now, what is the best part is like we have the Polygon 2.0 strategy there. And just to give you an idea, this is the plan which I was mentioning you. It's like we have the chain architecture and then the public and dedicated servers. So, and then the dApp tooling kit. So now we have the POS, which everybody knows is like the vital play between each without the fees and friction. So POS will still be there and then still be in the major part. And then if I talk about the other public servers, we have MIDAR, we have Zero and ZKVM. Now consider ZKVM, we have public beta launch. MIDAR and Zero would be the next gen stuff for the ZK proof. Like these all three would be a complete package. And Supernets is different. These would be on a dedicated server. I'll explain you Supernet stuff on a later map, but then it's ideally you can create your own chain and build a Web3 ecosystem without like having all that hassle. Like even if you are thinking, or maybe Supernets is that easy, and then now the user tooling part, we have Polygon ID, which is again many of the Web3 ecosystem people are using it to have Web3 identity as a consider as a driver license for a new internet. Yeah, that's a very easy example. And then the enterprise solution for sure. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was mentioning. So we had those public chain where GK EVM, we have POS, and then these would be the supernet chains where we have n number of chains which would be privately, and then there would be a layer between Ethereum and then server through which all the transaction will happen. So this is the Polygon infrastructure we are thinking on the architectural level, and and then the protocol vision for 2.0 is ideally we have to like when we go to back 2018, it's again same the liquidity and the scalability where we can allow anyone to create an exchange information on a value layer, like which is the fundamental stuff where they can create exchange and like drive those stuff, which is like creating the apps, creating users, and then the transaction part, of course. Okay. Uh, so you see, like there would be change in POS where we have a ZK upgrade, which is very soon, where we have the validatum and then the powered by zero knowledge tech, where we'll have some new stuff. And then ideally, I'm not really sure, but November we will have a new upgrade on POS coming very soon, where we'll like upgrade POS to the Validum and then compatible with the ZK bridges unified across Polygon chains. Yeah, that's all. So yeah, I just want to say like it's something very great, and then you will see a great stuff coming up to the Polygon umbrella, and then how we think for us is like we have more developers like you sitting here, we have more devs, more adoption. So yeah, and then I just want to maybe share we have like for any of your queries even later on ZKVM POS or anything across Polygon dev ecosystem you are feeling, or you maybe need some suggestion. We have like here is the ecosystem we have across the globe, and then here is the QR code. The slide is not updated, but just maybe I'll send you the link to watch that so that we can share you on the screen. But then we have a dev Discord, and you can come there anytime, ask any question, and we do sessions and all. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. And just me one more thing. So anybody who just tweet about this session, maybe share few of the knowledge points what they have understood. Tag me, which is you can take a photo, which is Saksham Taneja 00. Tag Polygon devs, and then maybe tag the Polygon Guild Warsaw account. And I would be having two people getting a lens ID and a dot Polygon unstoppable domain to both of those people. So ideally, the number of tweets I get. Based on that, I can. If you tag me, I can directly DM you the. I can take your wallet address and get those sorted. So yeah, that's all. Just take a picture or it's Saksham 00, and just share whatever you learned in the whole event. It's not just my session. It can be anything, or it can just be taking a picture with somebody and sharing his insight, or it can be anything. But you need to tag me, Saksham Taneja, tag Polygon devs, and then if you have a account, uh, Twitter account for Guild also, just tag them as well. So, and then based on that, two people, I can have them a lens ID and a dot polygon unsolvable domain to both of those folks. So, okay. Oh, yeah. So that's all. Maybe if you have any queries, you can join the Polygon Discord server, and then I'm open for any time. Let me know if you need anything support from my end. If you need anything support for the community, Lucas and those stars, just let me know.
Do we have some questions? Maybe. Questions from the crowd. Yeah, you see, the presentation was so clear that we, for now, have all the
Yeah.
information
So
that we need.
yes, but just to mention, like, it's fine if you have no question. I know just one thing I forgot to mention, which I mentioned in your talk. Maybe can I take 1 more minute, Lucas?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, just a second. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, here we go. So if you search faucet.polygon.technologies, anything if you want to test, maybe uh, this is the go-to key for you. Where ideally you will see a pop-up and you can directly join the dev Discord from here. Else, I'll share him the link to watch this. But for now, what you can do is, so if you need, for example, a test token for zk just add your LF from MetaMask and then just paste it here so that you can get those tokens. Else, if you even need for POS as well or Goldie, if you need, you can directly take it from here. Why I just want to mention is you can easily get it. You can anyway search, but then this will help you maybe if you are trying out something. Just try out Bridge from Polygon to EVM or ZK EVM. Maybe help you understand more on that. But yeah, just maybe try it out whenever you have time, and then this is something maybe for you. Or let me know if you need any help. Just join the Discord. I'll be there to support. And thank you so much, Lucas and Watchstars, for inviting me there.
Sorry, we have some technical issue here with the voice. Can you
No
please
worry.
repeat? Yeah. It's okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So there is no more question, yeah? Thank you very much for your time, for that presentation. Warm applause. So, see you soon.
Okay.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
Sure.
Thank you
You
very
take
much.
care.